I'm using the NSI base coat. Now, one thing keep in mind, very easy to put on. Don't overcomplicate this system. The whole key to this is very thin layers, and I'm going to show you exactly how to get that. When you come up out of the bottle, just wipe the back side of the brush and leave a little bit of the product on the front side. You'll see too that the brush is flat, which will help, and you can really cover a lot. Now, on a pinky, I might remove a little tiny bit more. So use your discretion. Pop the brush just close to the cuticle, nudge it up, and just pull it down. And you can cover this nail in 3 easy strokes. 4. All right, we'll do the next one. Come up out of the bottle, wipe the back side, and you may have to wipe a little additional off depending on the size of the natural nail. But you can see how this brush spreads out real nice, and you get really nice full coverage on the nail. The base coat is great because it almost acts like a two-sided sticky tape. It's going to anchor Polish Pro down to her natural nail. This only cures in the lamp for 10 seconds. So very quick, easy application. Now, this is going to go into the NSI VersaCure lamp for 10 seconds. I'm going to be using Scarlet, which is our very first color we developed as a beautiful kind of a Chinese New Year red. Now, same thing. We're going to apply the product, but we want very thin layers. So come up, and it has a flat brush as well. So wipe off the back side of the brush. And because I'm doing the pinky first, I want to take a little extra product off this brush.
Turn it towards me.
Take a little extra product off this brush. And I like to take it from the back. You can see I'm pulling it up on the lip of the brush. That'll help to remove some of the back. Now just lightly wipe the front edge because I am on the pinky. And it's just a smaller surface to cover. Put your brush down. Don't put it back down at the cuticle. You want to place it just about maybe 1/8 of an inch, and then just draw it back, pull forward, go to the other side, and the other side. And you can see, again, we've covered in 3 easy strokes. Now you're going to notice too that the Polish Pro might be a little translucent, and you want that. Then you know you have it thin enough. Wiping it off the back of the brush again. Drop your brush, nudge back, pull forward. And use the brush just to guide you a little bit. If you get a little on the skin, take it off with an orange wood stick before you put into the lamp. And let the brush hairs or the little bristles spread out. That way you'll get more coverage on the nail. And what I'm sort of doing while I'm working is I use my finger underneath and I'm pulling down on her sidewalls. Now let me just check. Looks pretty good. This system is as easy as polishing nails. Think thin, thin as in. Now we're going to go ahead and put her hand in the lamp. This is going to cure for 2 minutes. So put the hand in the lamp, 2 minutes on each color. Remember, your base was only 10 seconds. Now, one thing I want to talk to you a little bit about is, what is this? Is this a mixture of nail polish and gel? Not really. We've actually created with oligomers, urethane acrylates, monomers, diluents, which are solvents found in nail polish, and pigment. And all the pigment that we use is the exact same pigment that goes into lipstick and blush and eyeshadow. So it's all FDA approved, and it's great to put on the nails. So we have put together a very proprietary formula. Nobody in the market has our formulation for this. So we're really excited about it, and you'll see how much easier the service is to finish up. We're going to go ahead now with the second coat of color. And you want to apply it exactly the same way, thin, thin, thin. And you get a lot more services out of your bottle if you apply 2 thin layers. I know that some of you think that you might get great coverage and beautiful color with 1 coat, but you're much better off putting those layers on thin. That way you can guarantee and assure you're going to have a perfect cure. Wiping the back side of the bottle. And you can see that even though it was translucent with the first coat, we are getting full coverage now in a beautiful bright scarlet red. One thing I noticed too, because there are solvents, let me go ahead and get this coat on and then I'll just give you a little quick brief explanation. We're taking her hand out of the lamp for the second time, second coat of color, 2 minutes. And it's always best to use a full hand lamp whenever possible. Full hand meaning at least 3 to 4 9-watt bulbs. This way you can always be assured you're going to get great cure. Now I'm going to take the top coat, and just like with the base coat and the colors, this is going to go on nice and thin. This is going to give the nails a beautiful, gorgeous shine. Now, just like with the gel, you do have a little tacky layer that comes to the surface. Leave all the tacky layers while you're layering the Polish Pro. We're going to take the tacky layer off when we're all finished. So come up out of the bottle and wipe the back side. And same exact technique, letting the brush hairs spread out over the nail, coating that entire nail. And then this is when you might want to just seal and cap that edge just a little tiny bit. You just want to go at a nice pace. I found that it's much easier to not go over and over and over the strokes over and over again. And if you go real slow, because there's solvents in it, the solvents begin to dry and you might end up with a little streaking. So to avoid this, you want this nice and steady. And to the thumb. Back into the lamp, 2 minutes. The average price of a manicure in the United States, and I'm only quoting USD prices, and we get a lot of compile this information from Nails Magazine and Nail Pro, but the average price of a manicure in the United States is $18.65. It takes a nail technician about 30 minutes to perform a traditional manicure. You can see we're spending the same amount of time, but because this client is going to go home immediately when her service is finished, she doesn't have to sit and wait for polish to dry. She can just get in the car, buckle her seatbelt, and not worry about a dent, a smudge, or anything. And this polish will stay on her nails for a solid 2 weeks. And in many cases, it stays on even longer. So it's really exciting. She'll come back into the salon in 2 weeks. We'll soak it off in about 7 to 10 minutes, and we'll reapply her next color. And what you want to charge for this is anywhere between 75% and 100% more than a traditional manicure. So you can see how easy it is to almost double your income and not spend a whole lot of extra time. You're spending the same amount of time. And there's really not a whole lot of training. You can see it's as easy as polishing nails. Now, just to give you an idea, each one of these bottles is a 15 ml or ½ ounce. The base coat will give you about 40 clients. That would be 40 full services. Top coat, same thing, 40 full services. Now, because you're using 2 coats of your color, you'll get 20 services per bottle. Okay? Now her hand has come out of the lamp. And I'm just going to take a little bit of cleanse on a lint-free pad, and that will remove the tacky layer and leave behind an amazing shine. And there you have beautiful, shiny, scarlet nails. Totally dry. She can leave the salon immediately. What client would not want to spend a little extra money to have something last them 2 weeks that would normally only last 4 days? I just want to go over some of the frequently asked questions so that you have the answers in case you run into any problem whatsoever. But you can see this is so foolproof and so easy. I almost wish I was back in the salon again, because I would be making double the amount of money that I was when I was in the salon before. We went over how many services per bottle, how to prep, and it is important to prep. You always get better adhesion when you properly prep the nail. We went over how to apply the product. What we're going to show you next is how you're going to remove the product. And there's a couple different methods, but my favorite is just to put it in a small bowl of acetone. And there's a little trick that we're going to do, and we'll show you in a few seconds. I know a lot of you are going to ask if you can apply this on top of a traditional gel or traditional acrylic. And yes, you can, of course. But I just want you to keep in mind that if you're going to put it on top of acrylics and you're going to be soaking Polish Pro off, you're going to be losing the integrity of your acrylic. So you may want to just file it gently off the acrylic nail so you don't lose that acrylic nail. This particular product, we called it NSI Polish Pro for a reason. It's for professional nail technicians worldwide to apply to clients. We are not selling it to the public to apply for them to apply at home. We are keeping it professional only. We want you to make money. We want you to be successful, and that's why we came out with this. This is a whole new category. If you have no training in acrylic or gels and you do traditional manicures, this is perfect. You can also put it on toes. You may have your beauty therapist license and not doing acrylic and gels. You can incorporate this into your salon menu very easily to make a lot more money. This is the Polish Pro Purple Pearl. Now, our pearly colors have what's called mica, and that's what gives it that really beautiful, frosty, metallic look. Don't go shaking this vigorously. You don't need to. All you have to do is put it in the palm of your hand and gently roll the bottle like this. And that will absolutely take those little bits of mica and distribute them throughout the Polish Pro evenly. And that's all you have to do.